Oh, hi everyone. How are you? I hope you're having a great day. First and foremost, I would like to apologize if you could hear the fogging sound outside. I cannot control it, unfortunately. But if you don't mind, stick around because I'm going to be talking about something really interesting. A topic I am kind of passionate about, I really like, which is how technology is integrated in our education system. So I hope by the end of this slide, you will learn something or you find this topic interesting and fascinating as much as I do. I know you're excited, but first let me introduce myself and my awesome team, Megaminds. So my name is Hanani and my teammates are Hani and Huwen, whom you will see later on during this video presentation. So without further ado, let's get started. So I have a question just for you. Have you wondered how technology looks like before you were born? Or maybe 50 or 60 years ago when technology got first introduced in the classrooms? Um, no, they don't use YouTube to learn English, they use radios. And before Google existed, imagine the pain that a student has to go through just to find an answer because they would have to look from page to page just to find a short, simple answer. How terrible. And they certainly don't have projectors that look like what we have today. What we have today is so much more convenient and easy to use, where you can just shoot out an image from your laptop screen to a bigger screen. What they had back then is called a film strip projector, which personally I find more cool, but that's irrelevant anyway. Technology has been around for ages and has helped us in many points in the history of time. It has been intertwined with the education system for many years, for many decades, and has evolved drastically over the years. For example, laptops. Laptops back then were really bulky, heavy, hard to carry around. But now, fast forward to 2023, it is lightweight, small, and easy to carry around, which is perfect for our students. So I have a question just for you. In what ways have technology evolved and how do we MMU students use them? So me and my team decided to focus on 4 points, which are access to more resources, to see how students find more information easily. Secondly, student engagement, how students make learning much more fun, personalized, and interactive. Third, tools. What tools do students use to help make studying easier? And lastly, studying. What types of devices do our students use to help in our academics? So after identifying our scopes of studies, we now have to put it to the test. But how? So to test our first scope of study, which is access to more resources, we decided to find some information by using our university's digital library called the MMU Virtual Library, aka vlib.mmu.edu.my. In there are many resources that our students can use. In there, you can find articles, journals, and even past year papers. So next, to test our second scope of study, which is students' engagement, we decided to gather feedback from MMU students about their experiences using technologies in and out of the classroom. We gathered their feedbacks through a survey that Honey, me, and Human distributed. Next, to test our third scope of study, tools, me and Human decided to make an app, a BMI calculator, using two app making websites, which are Thunkable and MIT App Inventor. I find this project really nice, so I hope later on when she explains it, you find it intriguing. And lastly, to test our last scope of study, which is studying, we went around the campus, yes, all around the campus, in every faculty, you name it, FCI, FOM, FOE, FCM, have I said that? I don't know. To see what devices are there in each faculty. And what we found was really interesting. Also asked around the students what technologies do they use to help their academics. So I have explained the scope of study, the methodology, and our topic. I will now leave it to Hani to explain the rest. Bye-bye.
My name is Nur Iswahanizati Bisanti Iswandi, and people usually call me Hani. So I'm going to proceed with the presentations by going through our scope of study. So our first scope is access to more resources. In studying, finding information is important for students. So we found out that MMU provide us with a digital library, which is vilip.mmu.edu.my. That is the website where students can access to more resources here. And this digital library make students' life easier, as we just need to search the title of our information here, and then the information are in front of you. So this is easier rather than going to the physical library. Also, there's search engines like Google or Edge that students use to help in their studies. Next, scope 2 is student engagement, where we want to know how students engage with the technologies and their experience in using technologies. We conduct a survey to gather this information. So this is our first questions in the survey, which is how often do students use technologies for their studies? As we can see from this pie chart, 90% of them very often in using technologies. So this shows that student really relies on technologies for their studies. And second question, the benefits of that students have experienced from using this technology is this three is the top answers we get from the survey. So first is time saving, of course, because all of the informations, everything is in one device. Okay, and then second is effective learning. Nowadays, students really find that learning with technologies is more interesting, and also it is more convenient. Next is, have students experienced any challenges or difficulties when using technologies? Of course, there's challenges happen when using technologies, such as technical difficulties happen. There's no internet when using some certain websites, or too low of storage, and some people also don't know how to use certain tools, apps, or website. Okay, next is type of technologies, tools, or platform do students find most helpful for their educations. So of course, the gadgets, which is laptop, tablet, and mobile phones, we can see that most university students use this for their studies. Without this, it is harder for them to study. And then, yeah, of course, AI, for example, like ChatGPT and Photomat. And next, we have interactive websites, which makes studies more interesting. For example, Kahoot, Quizzes, and ClassPoint. So for the next scope of study, I will pass to Hewen. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Hui Wen. Today I'll be talking about Scope 3, which is tools. For our group, we did a small comparison between Thunkable and MIT App Inventor to see which one would be more convenient for us to create an app. For a small experiment, we did a BMI calculator by using both Thunkable and MIT App Inventor by me and Hanani. For text boxes and blocks, we could move them anywhere we wanted on Thunkable, while it's different for MIT App Inventor. We couldn't move it anywhere, and it was only stuck on the screen on the left side for MIT App Inventor. For our accessibility to run, we found out that it can be both supported on computer and our apps, which is on iOS and Android for Thunkable, while MIT App Inventor only allows it to be live tested on their phones. For the speed to run, we found out that it'll be very fast for both website and apps on Thunkable, while it was quite slow on the MIT App Inventor. For smoothness factors, it's very high on Thunkable, while it's kind of medium speed on MIT App Inventor. Next will be our scope 4, which is studying. On the MMU campus, we observed that many students could take their notes and study with their own technological devices such as laptops, tablets, and also their phones. We also interviewed them, and they said it would be more convenient for them to use those devices to take notes as physical notebooks can be quite hard to bring as we need to change it every time, as well as the pens also. Next, for our group discussion, me, Hanani, and Hani discussed that students should be exposed to the use of technologies from an early age, as well as granting chances to those people in the rural areas and the countryside, as well as giving them both technological devices such as computers, tablets for them to study easier. We also decided that websites should be made free for students so that it'll be not that much of a pressure for us for financial problems. As our results for studies, we saw that technology has a big impact on education, and there are also many tools that can help students throughout their journey. For us in MMU, such as Camzys, our mobile app, as well as MLS, they've both been extremely helpful for us in our studies throughout the years. We also saw that technology and the internet makes our lives very much easier and convenient, as we could find more materials and online information better. We also see that students nowadays prefer to use their technology for our studies, as we could be more efficient and faster. That's all. Thank you.